Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that you're all doing very well, and by the time you watch this video, Genesect will be going live in Pokemon Go in a matter of hours. But I wanted to go through the raid counters for Genesect because we've never ever had it as a raid boss before. It was meant to be the EX raid boss after Regigigas. That was kicked off by the special research, a drive to investigate way back in March, I think. Check out that video where I actually got my first Genesect. That was a paid ticket event, and then we had it as a Unova reward encounter in that special research line. I think back in May. I might be wrong. So at the most you'll only have 2 Genesect, not shiny, potentially rubbish in my case, and they're level 15. So this is a completely new raid boss. Right off the bat they are dropping the shiny on us. It's a fantastic shiny, it's a vibrant red colour, so I'm going to go super hardcore for this one because Genesect will become, for now at least, the best bug type in the game. We're going to jump into the raid counters now and go through the CP, the stats, everything you need to know and what best to prepare, because the GoFest makeup event is happening this Sunday and that's going to play a key part in potentially boosting your counters with the fire type hour we're getting recompense for. So let's jump into it now. Starting right off the bat, Genesect is a bug steel type. Now this combination alleviates most weaknesses to either of those types. The list of resistances on this thing is absolutely insane. The max CP for 100%er is going to be 3,353, a pretty beastly attack stat right there of 252, defense of 199 and a stamina of 174, so definitely heavier on the attack thing, but not a bad all-rounder to be honest. Genesect as a bug steel type is obviously going to be weather boosted in rainy weather more than likely, or depending where you are in the world, snowy weather. Here in the UK I think we're going to get the boost for the counters in this massive heat wave we've got going on currently. So here is the type chart. Now you'll note there's one weakness. It's got one double weakness to fire. Fire types in Pokemon Go really don't ever have a place. Very rarely are they ever used, to be honest. We use them against Cobalion and Virizion. Those are literally about the 2 Pokemon you could use it against. So fire types, certainly I've only just, 2020, 4 years after starting playing the game, got a decent fire squad. Looking at these resistances, double resistant to grass, double resistant to poison, single resistance to bug, dragon, fairy, ice, normal, psychic, steel. It's insane. The moves that this Pokemon can learn are playing into its typing, so obviously you'll get steel and bug moves, and the sort of the wild card charge move is Hyper Beam. We've got Metal Claw and Magnet Bomb as the steel type moveset. We've got Fury Cutter and X-Sizzle, which is prime DPS kind of very spammy fast moves. Currently you can't trade this Pokemon, so this, much like Deoxys being a mythical, is a case of get a good IV from the raid or get a good IV shiny. You won't be able to get a lucky of these at the moment. We're expecting Genesect to come in as a tier 5. I highly doubt they're going to put it as a tier 6 like they did with Darkrai back in October of 2019. The raid boss Genesect CP overall will be 47,836, so not quite as high as normal form Deoxys. You need to memorize these because the 100% IV for a level 20 is going to be 1916, 67% is going to be 1833, so that's obviously level 20, no weather boost. Level 25 being boosted in rainy or snowy weather is going to boost it all the way up to 2395, so that's your hundo if you've got rainy weather wherever you are or snowy weather. And the 67 IV, go for that shiny 67 trophy, annoying planes, 2292. If we just have a little look here, see, the Genesect shiny looks fantastic. It's a complete overhaul apart from the drives. I'm pretty sure we're going to get the normal drive like we've had 2 of in the special research. We're going to start talking about the counters, which are going to be solely fire types. Talking about it in the moment, it feels very right because I am sweating madly here. It is absolutely scorching in the UK. A lot of these are legendaries, but then there are quite a few that are going to be a bit easier to get your hands on. Maybe you've got a few of them already, so take this as you will, try and build your fire squad, because Genesect is one of those Pokemon that could come back to raids with a different form, much like Deoxys in EX raids had its 4 different forms over the course of like 8 months. So Genesect could be one of those that they, you know, say, okay, now here's the blue drive and here's the fire drive or whatever. Topping the list, as we very much know, as I said when Reshiram was out as a raid boss, it is the top fire type by a considerable margin. Fire Fang Overheat is what you're going to need as a moveset on this. I hope you manage to get a good one, and the thing is, you can lucky trade these. I highly recommend that you do lucky trade them. Power up with some rare candy, put your Stardust into it, because not only is it a great fire type, it is a good dragon type as well. Obviously you're going to need to I need to TM mine. Then it gives you Entei. Now I'm going to skip over that because Volcarona isn't even in the game yet, so you can discount that one. The next one I'm looking at is Chandelure. Now, two things with this. Chandelure as a ghost fire type. We've been using it currently, or I've been using it certainly, against Deoxys. You need to TM it to have Fire Spin Overheat. It's a very good moveset, but as a fire ghost type, it is going to resist every single move that Genesect can throw at it, including Hyper Beam. On Deoxys thus far, it's tended to wipe out my Darkrai army very significantly. Chandelure as a ghost type is going to resist that normal attack. It also double resists Bug, and I think single resists Steel. You know, Chandelure is probably my personal favourite pick if you are going for a budget counter. Playing into that is the fact that we've got the GoFest makeup 3-hour window on the Sunday, and Fire Hour is one of those featured 3 hours. Litwick will be spawning in the wild and off your incense, so go hardcore, make sure you trade a few of them. I would highly recommend building up that squad because that is a dual purpose Pokemon. We can go back to Entei. Entei is a very solid defense, quite heavy Pokemon. It gets a very good moveset. I've got one maxed out I think, but again, we haven't had Entei in raids for years. It's been a long time. Moltres exactly the same. This list isn't including Shadowmon, so if you've got a good Shadow Moltres, congrats. Put your Stardust into it. Next up we've got Heatran. Now I got a good Heatran, I'm definitely going to use it. Fire Spin Flamethrower on Heatran should have boosted it up this list. This list appears to be a bit old. Obviously Darmanitan, that's very good because it's got a very good moveset, high attack stat. I've got one maxed out. They do hatch from 10km eggs. They will also be spawning for the fire type hour at GoFest, so those are two that you can try and potentially build up a team of. Once we've gone through those legendaries and pseudo legendaries, then we start jumping into the starter Pokemon with Blastburn, the Community Day moveset. So you've got Typhlosion, Charizard, Blaziken, and then Infernape. So those are kind of like the B tier team. Blaziken's probably the better bet because it has the higher CP, I think it has a higher attack stat, and also it's going to double resist your bug moves from Genesect. It will single resist the steel of course, but that fighting fire combination is going to work very well for you in the raids. Equally, Charizard as a flying fire type is going to do very well. Anything with Blastburn really is going to be quite a decent counter, and then you can kind of go into there's lots of other fire types that aren't that good. You've got Arcanine, you've got even Heatmore if you really particularly want to. That's going to be sort of it for the fire type counters. You have to use fire types because they are the only super effective Pokemon against Genesect. So Genesect's here for about a week as part of the final Ultra GoFest unlock. It's the final week with Unova bonuses and all that sort of thing. I'm going to be going super hardcore for this one. This is worthy of your passes. Deoxys with a shiny hunt. Rayquaza, a lot of people already had a shiny and good ones. Still very meta relevant. I went hardcore for it. This one, brand new shiny. Bug types, they have their uses, they really do. They're very good at resisting things if you use them in the right circumstances. Just up until now we've been stuck with using Scizor and Pinsir and then Heracross if you manage to get a good one. So highly recommend going for some of these. If you want to get into the global raids thing, come and join the Discord and share your friend code. We've got a whole bunch of people from all over the world, so depending on where you are, we've got a bot now set up. Thank you very much Kapunzo for helping out recently with all of the things. We're still very much in the point of trying to improve the Discord, make it run as smoothly as possible, so bear with us on that. So come and join and share your friend codes and get into the global raid game. I'm hoping that very soon, once this video's gone live, watch out for a double upload because I'm going to try and get a Genesect duo out. Tom and I are going to have a go at doing a duo. We'll probably have to be invited to one in New Jersey, and hopefully I can get that video out very late this evening for you. So we'll find out if it's doable. Otherwise, 3 to 4 people, 3 to 4 players with decent-ish counters could probably easily take this down. So I'm hoping that the raid invites things keep going, keep sending them through. That's going to round it up for this raid guide, so thank you very much for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you are new with the notifications on, and throw a like on this video if you enjoyed it. Probably GoFest. GoFest? No, we'll do Genesect raid day. You know, a video when we did our own Zekrom raid day instead of Pinsir. We're going to do a Genesect raid day, people. Anyway, I will see you all in the next video. Take care, everybody.